Happy Wednesday. I'm super excited to be here with you. If in case you're not quite sure where you are, I'd like to welcome you to Joanne's Cosmic Energy Radio Show. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck, and the founder of Holistic Fitness, which is located right here in Queens. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and even more excited to be with you today based on this amazing energy that we are in right now. Now, if you are new to being here with me, I show up here every first Wednesday of the month to share the amazing insight that's going on with our energy, our planetary energy, and to help you out to navigate through whatever it is that you're going through, and also perhaps to give you some guidance in reference to what might be working, what might not be working for you. No matter how much you're trying to get things to work, sometimes with the planets, it's just not in the cards for the moment. That doesn't mean it's not going to work. The title for today is all about transformational rebirth. So my big question to you is, are you ready for your transformational rebirth? And as they say, I know back in my days when I was a child, ready or not, here it comes. So whether you prepared for this or you didn't prepare for this, we are going through a major transformational rebirth with the many planets. And just to name a few of them, we have our good Pluto that has just gone retrograde on May 1st. So we're literally 3 days into this amazing retrograde. If you don't know anything about retrogrades, just know that what it means for our planets is the energy of the planet slows down, goes backwards, so to speak, giving us an opportunity to reflect, review, reboot, recharge, revisit, recycle. All the re's when you really think about it, helping us to have a rebirth. Getting rid of, when it's in Pluto's energy, helping us to get rid of what we no longer need. That's no longer aligned to who we are becoming. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, every single day I am working towards becoming the different version of myself, working into the higher frequency of the things that I'm looking to create in my life, and I'm sure you are too. Now, theoretically speaking, you may not be aware of this, maybe no one told you this, or maybe you know it very well. If you are looking to shift into that different version of yourself, you have to be willing to let go of things that no longer match this new version of you. So, for example, if you are focused on this new version, but yet you're still holding on to a lot of your old habits, doesn't work so well together. So you have to be ready to let it go. And if you're not ready to let it go on your own, Pluto is going to help you with that by helping to get rid of that energy. So things are going to die off. Things are going to end. Things are going to go into demolition. Things are going to, for some, things could become very chaotic depending on where Pluto is on your natal chart. It's very important to know where Pluto is on your natal chart to get a better understanding to how this retrograde is going to help you navigate through where you're going. Pluto happens to be in retrograde in Aquarius from May 1st right through June 11th. So Aquarius energy is all about your community, the people you hang out with, the places you go to collectively and personally. There's going to be a lot of big stuff going on around us. So pay attention to what might be going on around you during this retrograde period. Then as of June 11th through October 11th, Pluto is going to backspin into Capricorn's energy. Capricorn is all about our soul's calling, the work that we are here to do, what you're here to achieve, your success, your fame, your accomplishments. When I use the word your soul's calling, it's really what you have a contract to do in this lifetime. So what that might mean for some of you out there is you may start to notice that either A, you're getting a little irritable in the job that you're doing, your job, the job that you have to pay your bills. You might be getting irritable in that space. And that's an indication that it's no longer aligned with who it is you might be becoming. Same way in reference to, you may be receiving notice from your job, your job might be letting you know that they no longer need you. So that's this Pluto Capricorn's energy as we move into that back spin. Now, what I also want to bring to your attention when we think about this energy of Pluto, because it is the energy of Aquarius and Capricorn, Pluto is also the ruler of Scorpio. Now, I don't know if you are aware, if you've seen this on your calendar yet, your astrological calendar, that is, we are literally moving into this amazing full moon lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. That 5-5 energy. Before I go into the energy of the lunar eclipse, I just want to talk a little bit about that 5-5 energy. And what that is a portal. What is an actual portal? It's the gateway, the veil between the human energy and the spiritual energy, giving us the ability to connect with spirit, which also activates our spiritual gifts that we have. So we are able to communicate at a much faster pace, allowing us to gain insight from loved ones, ancestors, angels, fairies, you name it. So in that energy of the portal, in addition to, is where that full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio is taking place. Let's talk a little bit about that Scorpio energy. Scorpio is about endings, new beginnings, and transformations, because again, it's ruled by Pluto. Now, specific signs that are going to feel this energy a little more so than most will be the fixed signs. The fixed signs are Taurus and Scorpio. They're oppositions to each other. Taurus energy is all about that relationship with one another, yourself, money, and all your physical and material possessions. Keep in mind that the sun right now is in Taurus energy, and also the North Node is in Taurus energy, along with Uranus. So there's a lot of energy in our relationships with one another, ourselves, and all our physical and material possessions. The other fixed signs are Cancer and Capricorn. Now, when we think about Cancer and Capricorn, remember the Pluto retrograde is going to backspin into Capricorn's energy. So this is one of the reasons why I'm emphasizing on the fixed signs that will be feeling this a lot more than those who do not have fixed signs in the sun, moon, or rising. Now, of course, as I always say, I want you to pay attention to all your planet signs and where each of your planets are in relation to its house and the actual sign itself. Then you can really start to get the story to what this energy is going to be amplifying for you. A little information based on the current energy that we're in right now, in addition to all the other energies, the 5-5 and the lunar eclipse full moon. Right now, the moon is sitting in Rebirth, which allows us to feel or want to feel balance, more justice, and really getting into that space of critical thinking. Critical thinking. So paying attention to what it is you are focused on for today, where do you want to have more balance in your life, and where do you want to have justice in your life, not around you. Because remember, before you can even focus on what's around you, you have to take care of you within you. Work on healing you, and everything else around you starts to change. That's the I like to call it the magic of all of this, is when you work on yourself, everything else starts to seem to change, all because you worked on yourself. So this is some really powerful energy. So what I like to do now is I like to help you navigate through this amazing energy in regards to connecting with a chakra based on your sun, moon, and rising sign. So you're going to be looking at 3 cards here. And depending on what color shows up to each card will give you an idea of what you can work on in reference to clearing your energy. You'll also possibly have 3 different affirmations. And I use the word possibly because sometimes a card repeats itself. And you may have that repeating card showing up in your sun, moon, or rising sign. And then, of course, there's that number that is going to help you navigate through the astrology and numerology. Now, as I speak of the numerology, before I start shuffling the cards up, I want to remind you of the energy that we are currently in for the entire month of May. Not just Taurus season, but the entire month of May. The month of May carries a 5 energy, which is all about change, freedom, fun, self expression, adventure, and being courageous enough so you can make changes. And some unpredictability might show up as well. Now, when you take that number 5 from May and you take the collective energy, which is that 7, and you add it together, you get a 12. Now, before I break down that number, that 12 is again a portal. So we have that portal energy showing up for the entire month of May, helping you to gain access to spirit and also helping you to really activate your own spiritual gifts that we all do have. Some of us have multiple spiritual gifts, and some of us have one primary spiritual gift that is really activated. But this is the month to help you and utilize that energy so you can start seeing more changes through this portal. As we add up that portal energy, that 12, which is 1, 2 plus 3, we work very well into our communications, collaborations, and creating with one another. That 3 is very much associated with Mercury energy, which, by the way, is also in retrograde. Will be in retrograde right through May 15th, giving us the ability to review our schedules, our planning, technology, and all of our conversations that we want to have or think we should have or what we're saying to ourselves. So everything right now is really on pause. So if there's anything you're looking to get done in reference to starting up a new program, a new conversation, this is definitely not the time to do that just yet. So wait for these retrogrades to slow down, especially the Mercury retrograde. Pluto, communication is not so harsh with that one, but definitely Mercury, you want to hold off. I'd recommend that you sort of hold off on those conversations until about May 20th. So give yourself about a good week after the shadow period ends, and then go ahead and collaborate, create, and communicate as much as you want. In regards to our Pluto retrograde, well, that's going to be here for a little while. As I mentioned, started on May 1st through June 11th, where it will be in that Aquarius energy. And then from there, it's going to backspin into Capricorn from June 11th right through October 11th. With this energy that's backspinning into Capricorn, that's going to give you a review. When we think about this review, it's going to help us work through the next 2 years because this energy is bringing us into that 2-year spin, but this Capricorn energy in the retrograde is taking us back to 2008. So ask yourself, what was going on in your life in 2008? That very well could be the mirror to what this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is going to help you with, as it's the mirror. It will either mean something from 2008 has shown up again, so you can complete that cycle, or something from 2008 you might have been starting up, and there's going to be a new chapter to that as well. Very exciting energy that we do have going on. I know I am excited. I'm hoping that you are too. So what I like to do now, we're going to dive in, and I'm going to start giving you some insight regarding each astrological sign. And I'm going to read from Aries right to Virgo. When we get to Virgo, once I'm done with Virgo, there's going to be a short commercial break, and then I'll read from Libra through Pisces. Now, how I recommend that you do this is listen or watch this first, and then come back and rewatch or listen and take notes to find out exactly where your sun, moon, and rising sign is based on the card, the insight you receive from that, and then start utilizing and activating the chakras so you can navigate through this amazing energy. So let's see what we got going here. Now, if you are watching or listening, I ask you to do me a favor, as I'm about to do now, is go and share this out with everybody. Let everybody know that I am here, as I'm going to do the same thing. Share it out. And, oops, wrong place. Oh my goodness. Share it out, because we want everybody to know that I'm here. on sharing insights. So do me that favor. Don't want to have duplicate going on. Share it out. Let everybody know that we are here. All right. So I just did that too. So I'm hoping you did it as well. And if you are watching this on the replay or listening to this on the replay or any of the other platforms, let me know that too. All right. So let's see what we got going for Aries. So this is a big time for Aries right now, based on the moon's energy, based on this full moon lunar eclipse, this Pluto retrograde we have going on. Powerful stuff. This is about change. And it really is. This is about letting things go, having an ending, and getting ready for something brand new. The chakra is associated with your throat chakra, so it is about communication. It is about learning something new. It is about possibly teaching a new way. For all of you out there who are a coach, whatever your title is, remember that we are all students and we are all teachers. So that communication in reference to learning something new, teaching something new is what it is you're going to be doing. The number 5, just like I said before, this May energy is really about change that's taking place. So focus on what it is you're looking to change. Focus on change is going to come whether you're comfortable with it or not. So take a peek at your chart and see where Aries is for you. You know, is it your sun, your moon, your rising? And how is that connecting to your moon's energy based on this lunar eclipse energy? Just trying to get my throat here, so give me a second just to catch my breath. Lots of chatting. So anyway, so we have change for Aries. So pay attention to that, Aries. What endings are coming in? What new things are coming up? And how are you going to experience this transformational rebirth during this amazing retrograde? All right, we're moving into our Taurus. Now the sun is in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, North Node's in Taurus. There's a lot of Taurus stuff going on. And on May 15th, Jupiter will also be joining Taurus. So lots going on there. Let's see what one card Taurus needs to know. So Taurus, your card's in reverse. Interesting that this should show up in a reverse card. And it doesn't surprise me because there is a lot of energy in your energy field. So you might be resisting. You might be anxious. You might be overwhelmed. But do remember that this transformational rebirth is reminding you that you are a leader. And it's very important to step into your leader role. The chakra here is the root chakra. So you have to start focusing your energy on being the leader that you are. And perhaps you might experience this transformational rebirth to step into your leadership role. That double 5, there we have 5s again. Oh my God, can't make this shit up if we tried. So that 5, massive change. But the double 5 is reminding you that it's changed massively. Then we have that 10 energy, which is very much associated with your soul's calling, being the leader of your soul's calling. What are you accomplishing? How do you feel about success? And this new beginning that is definitely coming through your transformational rebirth. So that's for Taurus. Remember your cards in reverse. So ground your energy and just stay focused on being the leader that you are. And if you are not a leader as a Taurus, maybe that's something that's new coming in for you. Maybe that is the very thing that's going to change, where perhaps you might have that job, and maybe by time this retrograde is over, you'll have a whole different position. All right, we have our Geminis now. This is perfect time to nurture yourself, heal yourself, take time in, be more consciously aware of your health, fitness, and wellness aspects, because as in the healing process, this is time to really realign your energy system for you Geminis. Let's see what we got going on for our Geminis. So Geminis, your card is also in reverse. And the message here is balance. But because it's in reverse, it's reminding you that maybe something is out of balance right now. And that's why your card showed up in reverse, bringing back into balance. When we think about today's moon, which is in Libra, which is all about balance, Pluto in Aquarius, which is about how we overthink. And then, of course, the Gemini's energy, it's all the air signs when we think about it. So where do you need to have more balance in your life? 7 and 6 is 4. So this is your foundation, whether it's your home, your career, or your body. And because this is a big emphasis for Geminis to focus on bringing your body system back into awareness, back into alignment, back into homeostasis, balance is definitely the key. Be sure to be compassionate with yourself. Be kind to yourself. The progress you're looking for may not happen so quickly, especially being that we do have 2 planets in retrograde right now. But focus on balance. Cards in reverse. Be patient with yourself. Everything will come into alignment as long as you stay focused on balance. As we move into our Cancers, and also want to remind you for those Geminis out there, Venus happens to be in your sign right now. So there is really this energy about bringing more balance into your conversations in your relationship. But remember, Mercury is in retrograde and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So find that balance. Find that balance. Know when to open your mouth. Know when to be quiet. All right, our Cancers. Cancer, this is definitely a month of change. A month of change, at least through the Taurus season. Once things shift into our Gemini season, then it's going to be a slightly different. But right now, there's change in the horizon for you. And because you are one of the fixed energies, this lunar eclipse full moon in Scorpio is playing big for you right now. So what changes are you noticing? Be aware of that. And how can you navigate through? Your card is fearless. Fearless. So if you are afraid of something, my suggestion is do it anyway. Do it anyway. If it scares you, do it anyway. The chakra here is the sacral energy. So let go of the judgment you might have towards yourself regarding whatever it is you're afraid of. And allow yourself just to be in that space of moving more into your confidence. 7 and 8 is your 6 energy. So this is about nurturing and healing, taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. And notice the changes that are coming in. And being fearless for Cancer. Love that. We have our Virgos. I'm sorry, our Leos. I wrote it down that way too. Interesting enough. Our Leo energy. Leos, this is about home. This is about home, nurturing, taking action in the home. Now, when we speak of home, I speak of it as your shelter, your workplace, or your body. So wherever you feel like you need to bring more balance and stability into whatever area of those 3, that's where this energy of your transformational rebirth is going to occur. So let's see. What card? Interesting card that shows up for Leos. We just had this card for Cancer. Now it showed up again for Leo. So if you happen to have a Cancer, Leo, Moon, Sun, Rising sign, this is a double one. And anytime a card shows up twice, it's a big reminder for all of us, not just the ones who are getting this card, but for all of us. It's really important to be fearless. For you Leos, be fearless in whatever it is you're looking to nurture. Be fearless to find the balance. Be fearless to stabilize your energy. Your foundation is extremely important for you. And in regards to nurturing and healing your foundation, your home, your body, your spirit, your mind, your workplace, be fearless at that. Concentrate on that sacral energy, stepping into your confidence and knowing that you have the power to empower others as well based on being fearless. There are people actually looking up at you for what you have to do, for what you have to be, for how you show your fearlessness. So pay attention to that, you Leos. We move into our Virgo energy. So when we think about Virgo energy, we're focusing on that collaboration, that connection, that communication. So for you Virgos out there, you may very well be looking to collaborate a little bit, but it may feel a little sticky right now because of Mercury's retrograde. But there's definitely a transformational rebirth happening for you as you move into this energy. So pay attention to where that happens for you as well. All right, so let's see what card is for our Virgos. Virgo, for you, it's about spiritual guidance. Spiritual guidance. So this is what I have to say about spiritual guidance when we're in a Mercury retrograde, especially when we have portal energy. Spiritual guidance is extremely easy to adapt to and connect with, whether we have a portal or not. Anytime you want to connect with spirit, that's probably the most easiest connection to have, as opposed to try to have a conversation with somebody else. So this is definitely a time to utilize this portal energy to have that conversation. Sit down with spirit and ask spirit what it is you need to know, what guidance. If you have a specific question, ask it, and then just be ready to hear the answer. Whether you hear it, whether you see something that shows up in your presence that may be aligned to the question you ask. But this is a time for that. That 3-4 is reminding you about sitting quietly, to reflect, to review. If you're going to sit quietly and you're going to communicate, my suggestion would be to sit quietly and communicate with spirit. Or even have a conversation with yourself, your higher self for that matter. I always ask, anytime anything comes up for me, I always will sit back and say, what would my higher self say about this situation? What advice would my higher self give me? So you can call on your higher self or you can connect with spirit, whichever way you want to go about it. But it is definitely a good time to quiet down so you can get the answers you're looking for and work on that heart chakra energy to bring you into a gratitude as well. Be grateful for the communication that you do have with all the people around you, especially your spirit guides. So that's our energy for Virgo. And as I promised, we're going to take a commercial break here. This way it gives me a minute to catch my throat back together, grab some water. It gives you a second to get some water as well. And I will be back to share insight with you for Libra right through Pisces. And let's see what's in store for the rest of the signs. I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hello and welcome. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck, and the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. I work with women, men by referral, over 40, release or weight, physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, relating to their childhood and past life traumas associated with their Chiron wound. When clients work with me, they fall in love with the body that they are in and gain the confidence to be seen and heard and ready to walk away from their job and fully step into their soul's contract. To learn more about your Chiron wound and your soul's contract, redeem your complimentary 15-minute self-growth discovery session today by emailing healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to helping you blend the physical and mystical world together and working with the mystical medicine tools to help you heal from within. Hello and welcome back. For those of you who are just joining, You are watching Joanne's Cosmic Energy. I'm super excited to be here with you, and I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. If you are just tuning in and you happen to have sun, moon, or rising in any of the signs from Aries to Virgo, please come back later and watch it again. But stay here for now because you just never know if any of your other planets are sitting in Libra through Pisces, because you're going to want to know that too. I always emphasize on looking at your sun, moon, and rising energies to see what cards show up. But I have to give some credits and kudos to my nephew, Antonio. We have a couple of months back when I had given him his forecast, I sent him the video. He had called me up and he said, Aunt Joe, you'll never believe what I did. And I said, what did you do? He says, I sat and I wrote down all my planets and what signs they were in. And when you did the forecast, I went into each planet to see its sign and realized, like, wow, I had a chance to work on, or he had a chance to work on a lot of his chakras because he had obviously different planets in different chakras. So I invite you to do the same thing. After all, I truly believe there's no such thing as over aligning your chakras. So take a look at Pluto and see what sign Pluto is in. You never know. Pluto might be in Libra, which is perfect timing because that's what I'm about to go into. But the overall energy where Pluto is right now, just in case you are just tuning in, Pluto is in retrograde in Aquarius right through June 11th, and then back spins into Capricorn from June 11th through October 11th. We also have this amazing portal energy coming through on May 5th, that's 5-5 energy, along with our lunar eclipse full moon in Scorpio. Now, for those of you who have fixed signs, and I'm repeating based on what I said a little earlier, just for those of you who are tuning in right now, for those of you with fixed signs such as Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, you guys are going to feel this energy a lot more than, let's say, our cardinal and mutable signs. And the only reason why is because, again, the energy is really emphasized on the Scorpio Taurus energy. Right now, currently as we speak, the sun is in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, the North Node is in Taurus, and as of May 15th, Jupiter will be in Taurus. So that's a lot of Taurus energy. All right. So let's see where your transformational rebirth is taking place for each and every one of you, starting with Libra now. This is really about your partnerships. And because today's full moon, not the full moon, but the moon itself is in Libra, it's about how can you find more balance in your relationships? And what one chakra can you work on today to the rest of the season to bring balance in? Your card shows up in reverse. I say that's really funny because anytime we talk about balance and our relationships, sometimes those things do happen, shows up in reverse because we have resistance. Self-love is your word for you Libras out there. Love yourself first, and then the love will flow in. Ground your energy so you can focus on what self-love feels like for you, and then sprinkle it out there. That 7-3 is 10. This is about the soul's calling, the work that you're here to do today, the work that you're here to do tomorrow, the work that this Pluto retrograde is helping you on. In regards to that 10, is really aligned with the Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn. And remember that this energy that we have going on with this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn and also Aquarius, this spins us right back to 2008. So this is a big energy, and that lunar eclipse full moon Scorpio takes us to the next 2 years. So that's big. So ground your energy and focus on your soul's work and bring balance into your own self-love energy. All right, well, here we have it for you Scorpios out there. This is big energy, big energy, transformational rebirth. Where's that showing up in your life right now? Where is that showing up? This is massively big. So let me see what we can work on regarding that one chakra to help you align your energy. Interesting. I'm loving the cards that's showing up now. There's a lot of reverse cards that are popping up now suddenly. So your card in reverse is financial abundance. So perhaps you're going to experience a transformational rebirth regarding your money. idea is to start focusing on seeing it already. Start seeing the fact that money is just pouring in. Every time your door opens, that's money coming in. Focus on it. That 1-7 is that 8 energy, perfectly aligned with Scorpio and of course Pluto. It is really time to let go of what's not aligned with you financially speaking and start really focusing on what is. So that's the message for Scorpios. That's a big one. So pay attention, financial abundance, but you may have a little bit of resistance. If you are not in alignment right now and you're feeling like things are just really challenging, that's because you're resisting. Let go of the resistance and allow yourself just to be open to receiving. This is a really great time for Scorpios, assuming you're doing your work. If you're doing your work, you're in alignment, you're meditating, you're praying, you're sitting quietly, you're just really in that place of what you are focusing on, what you desire, as opposed to what you don't have. This is going to be a really great transformational rebirth for you. All right, next, our Sagittarius. This is a time to let go. This is a time to tie those loose ends up with this moon's energy, allowing you to move into what's to come. After all, you do want to experience a transformational rebirth. So let's see how you're going to do that. Your card is higher education, higher wisdom, which makes so much sense for Sagittarius, because that's, after all, the theme of the Sagittarius. Going out, gaining that wisdom, knowing things without knowing how the hell you know things. This is a perfect opportunity for you to be in that space of paying attention to what your dreams are telling you. They say, and when I say they, meaning dream analysts, say that we dream all the time, but we only remember dreams because they're messages. If you're not remembering a dream, it means it wasn't a message, but we dream all the time. This is definitely a time for compassion as you are letting things go. Forgive it, love it, give it gratitude, send it off its way. That 3-6, that says it all. It's a 9 energy. This is about things dying off. Pluto is helping you to let things go. So release your grip and let things go. Know that the card's in reverse, so you might be resisting it just a little bit. All right, as we move into our Capricorns, and yes, Capricorns, it seems like, I don't know, I feel like forever, because Pluto, prior to moving into Aquarius, was in Capricorn. So there's always a lot of emphasis on Capricorns. So for you Capricorns out there, I really want you to give yourself some grace, some peace, some ease, some love, because there's always a lot of energy on your sign for that matter. This is a perfect time to connect with your community, but it's also a perfect time to recognize that your community might be changing, especially once Pluto does that backspin back into your sign. Lots of shifts coming in, major transformational rebirths happening. Let's see your card. Family. So how will be, yeah, let's try that one again. How will family be influencing your transformational rebirth? The matters of the heart shows up here. That 1-5 is 6. So there is some healing that's going to be taking place during this period of time. When we think about the Pluto in Aquarius, your community energy. When you think about Pluto in Capricorn, that's your soul's work. So how does your family play a role with this? Who do you need some healing from? Who do you need to move into that space of forgiveness? What are the matters of the heart right now? Work on the heart chakra. Move into a space of gratitude for all the people you do have in your family, whether they're blood related or not. And remembering that this amazing lunar eclipse is focused on those fixed signs, and Capricorn is one of those fixed signs. So pay attention, work on your heart, and heal whatever family matters you have going on that needs some healing. As we get ready to move into our Aquarius energy, yes, you Aquarius, and I can feel this because I'm an Aquarius moon. So this Pluto in Aquarius, wow is all I can say. Major soul's work going on here for all of us. And I want to ask you this question, not just for Aquarius, but everybody. Pay attention to where Pluto is on your chart. because that's really going to give you the understanding to how this energy is going to influence where your transformational rebirth takes place. Knowing that is half of the battle, so to speak. All right, let's get that card out for our Aquarius. Health. Health. So we think about health and we think about your soul's work that you came here to do. Yes, your health is extremely important. So if something's not in alignment, that can actually be showing up. And I actually did a live on this the other day. That can be showing up as an ascension symptom. An ascension symptom means that we're experiencing upgrades. And when we get an upgrade, that upgrade could be flaring up a physical symptom that you may have, illness or even a disease. So pay attention to what your body is actually trying to tell you at this very time. So if there is something going on regarding your health, pay attention to it. That 33, that is about being the master creator. Master creator, it's the master sacrificer, carries the energy of the Buddha, Jesus, and the high priestess for that matter. What are you willing to sacrifice so you can be in the best health possible? It's the sacral energy as well. So when we think of the sacral energy, it is about letting go of the shame, the guilt, the blame, the story, whatever you carry from your childhood wounds. This is a perfect time to start working on letting all of that go. Utilize that sacral energy so you can release and be the best version of you and heal. So that's our Aquarius energy. And because Pluto happens to be in Aquarius, you have a lot of support right now. So let go, let go, let go. Whatever doesn't serve you, work on letting it go. All right, we're finally into Pisces. I don't think I left anything out. No, I didn't. Wow, that went really quick. We are now in Pisces energy. So for you Pisces out there, yes, this is definitely about your dream state. Remember, this is about the moon's energy I'm speaking on when I'm talking about the signs for right now, the emphasis on the moon. So paying attention to if you have a moon Pisces, pay attention to your dreams, but also go ahead and look at all the other areas that Pisces is sitting in and know that this is a perfect time to let things go. Note that when we talk about Pisces energy, we have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So those two planets are helping you out in reference to setting boundaries and recreating your foundation and tapping into your higher consciousness as well. A different note when we think about Saturn's energy, because it is in Pisces, which is the 12th zodiac sign, we're experiencing a 30-year karmic completion. So another question I have, just as I asked earlier with the Capricorn's Pluto energy, think back to 30 years ago. What was going on in your life then? Because that's what that Saturn Pisces energy is helping you with as well. Another mirror to look at. So let's see what Pisces need to work on to be in alignment to all of this and to experience their transformational rebirth, which is, I'm so happy this card is showing up because I happen to have a Pisces sun energy, although I have plenty of things in Pisces. I have my north node in Pisces. I have my Venus in Pisces, and of course I have my sun's energy in Pisces. So this is a loving card for me. Financial abundance. So this is a perfect time to be in alignment. Start reforming your boundaries. Start letting go of whatever doesn't serve you. Utilize this Pluto's energy to help you clear things out. Utilize this full moon lunar eclipse to help you clear things out. Utilize the 5-5 portal to connect with your spirit guides to gain the insight on how you can attract more financial abundance. That 8 energy very much aligned with clearing things out, letting things go, endings, new beginnings, transformations. So for you Pisces, utilize your third eye. Become the visionary. After all, you are the most intuitive sign there is out there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Every sign is intuitive. Just that Pisces carries all 12 zodiac signs. So they are extremely intuitive. Now you got to start acting like it. You got to start acting as though you're intuitive and you got that magic in your hand. You have the ability to visualize everything. And remember, what you focus on is going to grow. So if you're focusing on not having enough finances, that's what's going to grow. Your choice. You get to decide what you want to focus on. If it doesn't look good to the right side, change your direction and start attracting that financial abundance in. Utilize your third eye during this energy so you can start seeing that transformational rebirth take place right in front of you. Well, there you have it, all 12 zodiac signs. Now, again, just in case you forgot, maybe you weren't here from the very beginning, maybe you missed it when I said it on the coming back from the commercial break. Go and look at all of your planets. Look at your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Look at where Pluto is. Look at what house Aquarius is sitting in, what house Capricorn is sitting in. Take a look at all of that. And this way here, you'll have a better understanding to how all of this is going to help you so you can navigate through. Now, of course, you might be asking yourself, well, what if I don't understand how to read my chart? Short and funny story. When I first was introduced to my astrology chart, my mentor handed it to me, and it was so pretty. It had so many beautiful colors to it. And I looked at him and I said, wow, this is gorgeous. How am I supposed to read it? At that time, going back, oh my God, over 15 years ago, I did not know how to read my astrology chart. And he taught me little by little. He taught me. In the last, oh my God, probably 2.5 years, I have a new mentor as well. And I have learned so much about my astrology chart that now I can actually read them, which is what I can do for you. So if you are curious about your astrology chart, you really don't know how to read it, and you really want to learn, well, I would like for you to reach out to me. I'm actually going to be starting up another astrology course that's going to be starting up probably in June or July to help you out. So if you want to learn more about that and get more information about that upcoming course, go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. And anyone who's interested in just exploring their chart, feel free to take advantage of a self-growth discovery session, a 15-minute self-growth discovery session. You can email again, healingwithin76@gmail.com to redeem that 15-minute complimentary session by me. Also want to shout it out because I totally forgot to, although you've already seen the commercials. My good friend and colleague, Mr. Joe Monkman, our shamanic healing practitioner and also wellness advocate. You saw his commercial. If you want to learn more about what he does, feel free to reach out to him as well. So this was so much fun. I'm hoping that you glide through this energy and pay attention to all that's going on around you. Because in order to experience a transformational rebirth, you have to be willing to let go of things. Only way it happens. But this transformational rebirth is going to take place whether or not you are ready for it. So my suggestion, so it can be an easy ride, start putting out the energy. Start paying attention to what's going on around you. Start paying attention to what area of your life you're feeling a little irritable in. Irritability is actually a good thing because it's a notification that you're not aligned with something. When you get irritable and that keeps showing up in the same place, that's an indication that doesn't match your energy anymore. So pay attention to where you are irritable. And that could be the sign to where that transformational rebirth takes place. All right. So honor your body. Honor your body by resting when you need to, because there is a lot of energy coming in. Resting when you need to. Move when you need to. If you are feeling a little anxious, overwhelmed, the best way to release anxiousness is by moving your body. I'm a big fan of strength training. So I'd recommend, especially for you women out there who are over 40, get your behind in the gym, whether you get yourself in the gym, you buy yourself some dumbbells, whatever it is, but get yourself in the gym and start lifting weights. You want to lift weights where you have this progressive overload, where you are actually stressing your muscles. You're not going to be lifting weights using lightweight because that's not going to give you the results you're looking to get. If you need assistance there, I'm your girl. Reach out to me and I'll help you out. I'll put together a program for you that's going to be the best match for what it is you're looking to discover and put yourself into alignment with. And then, of course, between resting and movement, remember, fuel and feed your body. During this retrograde period, during this lunar eclipse, lots goes on. We have this ascension symptoms that occur. So if for whatever the reasons are, there's something going on, you might need something that you're not in the habit of eating. So let's say you don't eat sugar, or you're minimizing your fat intake, or you're choosing not to eat meat, but yet your body is craving it. I like to use the word your body is desiring it, because your body needs it for its ascension. So please, please, please honor what your body needs. Rest it, move it, fuel and feed it. That's my advice for you. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to being back here the first Wednesday in June. And oh my God, there's going to be a lot of energy to talk about then too. Remember that Jupiter enters Taurus on May 15th. I'll be chatting more about that for you Taurus out there. That's something big for you guys, because remember, Jupiter is about expansion, and it's not just about the things around you. It has a lot to do with your body weight as well. I'll be talking more about that. You can follow me on my Facebook page for insight, more insight and insight. I have so much wealth, so much knowledge to hand out to all of you, and that's exactly what I want to do. But for now, enjoy this week. Until next time. Oh, P.S. Let's not forget to come join me this Sunday, 3:33 p.m. Eastern Time on Joanne's Healing Within. And I'll be sharing my guest then too. That's a mystery for right now, because I don't know who that is. So anyway, whatever the case is, until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.